Okay, so there's this show. So there's this girl. No. So there's this show on YouTube called Ward Radio. And Ward Radio, I'm gonna look up their video about Paul, because I was dude, this is crazy. This is crazy. You guys are gonna wig out when you see this. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. All right, let's pause the music. All right, check this out. Check this out.
Paul was Christianity's first heretic.
Are we serious right now, my brother? Are we serious right now, my brother? You guys see that?
It's like every sermon Paul gives, he's contradicting Jesus on purpose.
Let thee be accursed.
Bruh. They're a little hyperbolic. Here's the thing. I don't think... Alright. Cardin's a little much. Cardin, the host here, the big chungus, he's a little much. Brett is actually, you know, Brett is our handsome Chad. He's a legend. He's kind of cool. That's Cardin's wife. Kwaku I've met in real life multiple times now because we go to the same gym. And it's very interesting. We've had a few interactions. I kind of pressed him. The first time we ever interacted, I pressed him on him doxing people, because he would dox people on Twitter. He would dox the like very far right conservative yo what the huge super chat from our boy Alex. You can put a British accent on that guy? Dude, I had no clue you could put a British accent on the guy. Dude, Alex, big love, man. Yo, yippee! I feel like I'm gonna have one of my roommates is gonna knock on the door. He's gonna be like, "Why are you making like monkey noise? Why are you saying yippee? Why are you yelling yippee at the top of your lungs?" Sorry, bro. Alex from freaking Twitter, the guy that knows like Elon Musk. You like never even seen that guy's tweets, bro. He's like huge on Twitter, bro. He just like sent like a Benjamin on the stream, dude. Chill out, roommate. Okay, anyway, dude, thank you. Huge thanks. Appreciate it, man. I think it was supposed to be Australian. Yeah, that's my bad. I misread that, to be honest. That's my bad. But anyway, so we've got our fellas here. I've met Kwaku in real life. I've pressed him on a couple of issues. He's like capitalist, but like he unironically, now that I'm thinking about it, he does the meme of like I'm fiscally conservative but socially liberal. It's like, yeah. So anyway, and he's kind of into like reincarnation and like spirituality and whatnot. It's not a good thing. It's not a good deal. So I'll be watching Kai in the bathtub. Ooh. You can't hear the donation text to speech? That's kind of sus. I'll try to figure that out. I'll turn it up on super chat, or power chat, I mean. The volume is as high as it gets. But it should be fine. Okay, real. Yo, there's a soundboard now? Wait, hold on, there's a soundboard now? What the flip? I did. No way, dude. There's a soundboard now? I had no clue. That's crazy. Dude, there's so much. The power chat has been updated.
I got to the Senate 180 years ago.
Bruh. Biden, yo, cringe. You guys remember that guy? Joe Biden, the guy who was president when I left for my mission? Anyway, fellas. So yeah, this guy here, Kai Schwemmer over Kai Sent. So true, dude. I can't handle this Kai Sent guy. So Kwaku's being super sus. Kwaku like doxed a bunch of the Desna guys. So I kind of pressed him on it, and he didn't really come up with any good defense. The thing is, it's like, dude, you have the most milquetoast political opinions in the world. You stand to lose. Like, nobody's gonna get you fired from your job. What? Because you support like gay rights? Nobody's gonna fire you from your job for that. And he is one of like these people, and Cardin, admittedly as well, is kind of one of this group who's like, I'm not gonna respect you on the internet if you're anonymous. They just don't get it. They haven't been in the trenches like we have. So I'll just keep going.
It's different than what I've said right now. Don't listen.
There is this part.
That's a conspiracy theory.
There was a part
too.
in this video there's a part in this video that's like really, really bad.
Paul and Josephus are like probably the same guy.
Also, what is that? I've never heard that before, but like, what? Paul and Josephus are the same person? I kind of doubt it, pal.
I will tell you, the apostleship of Paul is an odd story.
Classic
If an angel
Joey.
from heaven tells you something, believe the angel from heaven.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that kind of weird for you to think that you're smarter than the angels in heaven? Because you're not. You're a guy on earth. If it's contradictory,
So you can kind of tell like the whole mood he's going for.
to what Jesus says in the Gospels, throw it out. Paul was the best disciple.
All right, let's
Paul and
let's
Josephus
go
are,
forward.
like, probably the same guy.
All right.
Okay, wow. We got to
Yeah.
do that episode after this
You
one.
didn't know.
I feel bad because Cardin is just like Cardin will like entertain these things that Kwaku says. He does give pushback sometimes. Yo, Tenryo, what's up, man? What's up, Tenryo? Long time no see. Long time no see, pal. Long time no see. Love you, big dog. How we doing? How we doing? But yeah, so also, okay. There's too much content. There's too much content, but I do gotta show you guys this. I gotta show you guys something. I gotta show you guys something that really gets my blood. This really gets my blood boiling. This really gets my blood freaking boiling. There is. Hold on, Young and Dumb Utah parties. Some Utah people will know about this. In Utah, dude, that's crazy. They got fined $10,000 for having a party. Okay. All right, check this out. Check this out. Okay, why can't I actually like see anything from Young and Dumb? Young and Dumb Utah parties, Instagram. Do they have a website? I guess they just don't even have a website. Yeah, I don't even think. Okay. Maybe they do. I gotta find this. Hold on. Instagram, Young and Dumb. Basically, what the flip? Okay, dude, it's so difficult to get content for you people. I don't mean you. Hold on. I don't mean you people like that. I don't mean you people like that. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. I don't mean you people like that. Okay, chill. Chat, chill. Anyway, so it's this party. What Kwaku does is he owns a company which is parties. It's parties, but they're church appropriate parties. There's no drugs and there's no alcohol, is what they say. Obviously, people bring drugs and alcohol to the parties. They're just there to make out with strangers, something that's called NICMO, non-committal makeout. It's the most gross thing ever. Frankly, unpopular opinion, if you're going to have a kiss list of like 200 plus people, just go ahead and have sex, dude. Frankly, I would rather these people have like premarital sex with one person than have like non-committal makeouts, NICMOs, and have a kiss list of like 200. Now, maybe that's an unpopular opinion, but frankly, it's like, you know, nobody's giving you points for getting as close to that line as possible. It's just something that bugs me so much. It's just like, I don't know. It's like Pharisaical. Also, I feel the need to reaffirm once again, soaking is not real. Just for anybody in the chat who might be thinking about that. Is this just a cope scream? All right, Brandon, you shut your mouth. Okay, the anxiety pen. And this is something that's topical. I want to talk about this. The anxiety pen. Everybody's kind of like talking about the anxiety pen as if it's like this big own on Dean Withers. I mean, from the clip I saw, maybe there's a new clip, but the clip I saw, it's like, this is a totally, kind of mainstream meme that was being made about vapes. He obviously like knows it's a vape. He obviously knows that other people know it's a vape. How old is he? Is he like under 18? What's his age? How old is Dean Withers? Hold on. How old is Dean Withers? Dean Withers is 20 years old. Okay. That's crazy. He's a 2004 baby. That's crazy, dude. Holy crap. Well, let's look this up. Anxiety pen. Let's see the clip. Here. Chief Trumpster coming up with the clip.
Okay, and honestly, yeah.
Chief Trumpster with the clip. Let's flip and go. Let's go, Chief. All right. Let's watch it. Let's watch this
It
clip.
is kind of the fault of people like you that want to come up here and bully and berate me over something that I don't do. Okay, so cut the shit. It's
Okay, hold on. Okay, this was not the clip. This was not the clip I saw. I saw another clip before. I saw another clip before. This was not the clip that I saw. This is actually deranged and insane. To be okay, you know, like I've said on numerous occasions, I am an honest journalist. I will admit when I was wrong. This is not the clip that I saw. This is a totally different clip. This guy is like totally skitzing out.
Pin. I'm sorry that I have anxiety. Okay, and honestly, yeah, it is kind of the fault of people like you that want to come up here and bully and berate me over something that I don't do. Okay, so cut the shit. It's not a vape. All right, it's an anxiety pin, and God, the amount of times that I've asked you to respect me and respect my anxiety pin is, at this point, getting ridiculous, Cody. So please,
Justified crash out
for the final and for the billionth.
Okay, now that to be fair, that's more like the original clip I saw, like that you know, his kind of flippant energy about this like. I have told you to respect me 1 billion times. It's like, that's where I can tell, you know, he's a little tongue-in-cheek. He's doing a bit. If anybody believes this is like 100% serious, you're too gullible. You want your political enemies to be more stupid than they truly are. Not to say he's not stupid. Don't get me wrong. But you know, a lot of the times people like turn off their irony goggles. They turn off the ability to like see and perceive irony in their political opponents, just because it's, you know, their political opponents are so stupid that oftentimes the line between that irony and the stupidity just gets blurred. So I understand why some people might not be understanding that, but yeah, that's like, it's very obviously a joke.
Time, will you please just respect the fact that it's not a...
To be fair though, great acting, because I kind of believed it for a minute. Like this part,
Okay, so cut the...
it's just like, I wouldn't be surprised if people used to say that about me. I don't know if you guys remember when I did the penis mode stream. When I did the penis mode stream, not to be vulgar, but when I did that stream, dude, this video is so crazy with the caption, "Why do you support Trump?" That's hilarious. Anyway, when I did the penis mode stream, there were people like on the Gamer Uprising forum and like on a bunch of these other forums and chats saying that I was like, that I had done psychedelics, that I had done uppers, that I was like on cocaine, but it was just my pure raw talent as an actor, as a creator, as a creative. So I understand, you know, I can't dog on my boy too much, my boy Dean Withers, because I am a fellow creative. I've been there. I have looked like I was on uppers while I was doing a bit. I understand that. But yeah, yo, what's up, Soaring Eagle? Good to see you, friend. Good to see you, my pal. Dude, KaiClips Minecraft server. Are we gonna have to add that to the checklist? Let me add that to the checklist. Minecraft Let's Play. Let's go. Okay, so the Quaker Debate and Reward Radio, these two have to happen at the same time. I want it to be an in-person debate in California is the goal. I want to see if I can find the clip. Maybe people clipped it in the
I
comments.
don't think I've heard that
Really?
one before.
What's this?
Which is only where the righteous come from.
Okay.
Preach any... Everyone accepts and goes, no, that means actually you're the one who's a curse, not us, because we got the true religion. This is how they act. But
what
then
is
when you
bro
read these
saying?
words, you're like,
What is bro
wait,
yapping about?
pause. This guy said what?
What is bro yapping about here?
But the we, meaning
Okay, I
the
can't even tell.
apostles.
Anyway, there's a part where he
One
says
with
that
Christ, as
Paul
Christ is one with the Father, like
Paul
he
was
says
not an
in the
apostle.
prayer.
He was like a dude who had a vision on a road with a donkey. Which is like an insane thing to say. Especially given that literally more than half of the New Testament we have because of Paul. The most eloquent sermons on salvation, the unification of a Christian and a Jewish convert audience, is because of Paul. I mean, Paul is legendary, and not to mention, if you're LDS, there was a fantastical article written, dude, what am I doing? There was a fantastic article written a while ago in the Ensign, which is a church magazine, comparing Paul and Joseph Smith as parallel prophets. And there's a ton of parallels. If you look at like the conversion experience and the vision that Paul has of the resurrected Christ, it's very comparable to the first vision that Joseph Smith has that compels him to kind of kickstart the restoration of the gospel. They both have, these accounts, these visions that they recorded multiple times, right? Because some people will point that out about Joseph. They'll say, well, hold on. Joseph recorded his first vision numerous times. Well, so did Paul. And in each version, he added details depending on who he was speaking to. So this is an important detail. And Paul as well didn't write, he actually didn't write down his experience of the vision on the road to Damascus until I think like a decade or more after it had happened. So that's kind of like an interesting thing. And it's one of the things that we as Latter-day Saints use to, compare these two individuals. But Kwaku just decides, no, Paul sucks. What is even the point, dude? Why are you making yourself Paul's op? Paul was an apostle chosen by Jesus Christ. And it's funny what Kwaku says. Kwaku calls Paul, he thinks that Paul was an overzealous disciple. What do you think you are, Kwaku? Do you not see the hypocrisy and the irony in that statement? Do you not see this is just blatantly ridiculous? That you, who has, not to be mean or anything with science, you're not a general authority in the church. Who are you to cast a judgment about Paul, who gave us half of the New Testament, who saw a vision of the resurrected Christ, had an incredibly powerful conversion, changed the Christian world, formed in large part the Christian world, gave us an incredible exposition on the issues of faith, grace, salvation, unity in the church. I mean, a lot of LDS doctrine is built off of things that only Paul recorded. Baptism for the dead, being co-inheritors with Christ. I mean, these are quotes, these are verses that form a significant part of the foundation of core LDS doctrines. And bro's just going to be like, I think he was an overzealous disciple. I think you're a bit of an overzealous disciple, my friend, if you're going to call Paul one. Anyway, dude, Alex, how do I do that? How do I transcript search? This is a new feature, I believe. Transcript search. Can I do that? Will it let me? Somebody tell me how to transcript search. I got no clue how to do that. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Gonna keep it a buck with you guys. I will do as you say, Kai, and have sex. No, King Laffy, don't. That's not what I said. Anxiety pen is not working. That's true. Yo, we got Richard Stroker in the chat. Richard Strocker. That is, dude. Oh my goodness. If that's the real one, I gotta go send him a message right now. It's been forever since I've seen a Giga Chad in the chat. Giga Chad Richard Strocker. Gonna send him an 07. What a legend. What a legend to see him in the chat. Who else we got over here? Jeffy Resto, bro. Official Heart. Oh, Christofferson. Hillbilly Groiper. Prax Ben debate? Yo, Prax Ben was an old contemporary of mine as well. I'd be down to debate him. I would be totally down to debate him too. What else do we have here? If it weren't for Paul, the Christian world would have no first-hand accounts of the resurrected Lord. Also true. He has Redditor mentality. Very real, dude. He's a libertarian. Oh, guess what? I got followed back by the Libertarian Party. I want to see, hold on. Libertarian Party. Boom. Follows me. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that so crazy? They don't know who I am. They don't know who they're messing with. Actually, is what it sounds like to me. They have no clue. They haven't the foggiest idea who it is. Throwback to when I was a minarchist. What a day. What a time. Anyway, so that is that's this guy. That's our fella, Kwaku. Is it in the description? Hold on. Show transcript? Oh, we're so back. Can I search this? How does this work? Where is this? Where is this? Paul's influence on modern Christianity. Where's this? Dude, I wish I could just find this because it's like it's so crazy. I heard this and I was just like, that's just insane. Okay, well. Yeah, look. Hey, look. I don't think we're going to find it. I don't want to bore you guys sifting through this thing. Just take my word for it. Just take my word for it. Oh, Nazism? What's this?
Was born full off. Sound bites such as "Are you saying Anne Frank?" was born to be condemned to Nazism. And when you start doing this,
What are we talking about? Oh, predestination. Okay, bruh. Why is the example? You could pick anything for your example of predestination, but immediately we go to Anne Frank and the Holocaust. I mean, can we be serious here? Can we be serious? Anyway, guys. Yo, Control F. Is that real? Hold on, Michael, you're saving me. I'm gonna look up zealous. Does it pop up in the transcript though, or do I have to like scroll through the entire transcript for it to pop up? Is it even gonna load? Or maybe I look up disciple.